Authors discuss the methods and impact of spreading hate.
To our presenters, thank you for bringing your insight and your expertise. This deep dive that we will go into Islamophobia and hate is needed. It is one that, as you can see, the community is ready to hear, and we welcome your insights, advice, and guidance. To everyone else who took time off, the students who are here and people, Minnesotans who took time to come here, thank you. As President Arthur said, those of you from Minnesota kind of know that I talk about One Minnesota a lot. This room is the embodiment of that, and I am grateful. We're here to try and understand what One Minnesota means, and I know you each embrace it, and it is in our diversity. When Mankato thrives, Minneapolis thrives, and when our Muslim community thrives, everyone thrives. We know that our Muslim community is deeply tied into the fabric of Minnesota. You are our teachers, our doctors, our entrepreneurs, our neighbors, our brothers and sisters. The cultural diversity that comes from the Muslim community has made Minnesota so much better, has strengthened our economy, and showed us who we can be. But I also know at this time, platitudes are not going to be enough. After the horrific events in Christchurch and a renewed focus on Islamophobia, so many in this room know Christchurch could have been and nearly was in our backyard at Dar al-Farouk. And those are our neighbors. That warm summer day just 2 years ago nearly avoided tragedy on an unbelievable scale, which we saw unfold in Christchurch. So I'm here today to deliver a pretty simple message. Hate and Islamophobia have no home in Minnesota, but you do. Our administration, along with my Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan and our commissioners, I'm joined here by one, our Education Commissioner, Mary Catherine Ricker, is here with us today, so thank you. We understand Mary Catherine's a lifelong educator, and we want to see actions, and our administration draws the line at zero tolerance. We will not have our Islamic youth bullied in our schools on a single day, in a single place, in a single community across Minnesota, and the commissioner is here to make sure that that happens. We will call out baseless attacks on our Muslim brothers and sisters at every chance, and we will hold accountable those politicians who choose to use this division to further their own careers at every single turn. We're also here to understand again, and what the presenters will tell us, we need to transform this into concrete actions. We need to change the culture and speak loudly, but we need to have the ability and the capacity to turn against Islamophobia, to talk about it in each of our communities. That's why our administration is preparing to open 3 new human rights offices in Worthington, in Bemidji, and Duluth. Those will be places where the law stands behind the rightness of what we're doing. It's a place of sanctuary for our citizens, and it's a place of education that will come out of conversations like this, how we can further this message, magnify it across the state. And the actions of the governor's office, and the message that is very clear, and this is on behalf of our administration and my wife, the First Lady. Very clearly, you are welcome here. We are committed to your safety and well-being. We are walking towards the light together. We support your safety and well-being, and every resource of the state of Minnesota will be behind that. And more than anything, we support you and your right to practice your faith as you see fit in what it does to bring a better and one Minnesota. We will, in a very short time here, the holy month of Ramadan will be upon us. As Jaylani reminds me, I am very good at iftar, not so good at the fasting piece of this. So, but I am learning, and we get out and we try and spend our Fridays in the communities and in our mosques, in our worship. But the one thing we think we're going to do, this has not been done before. My wife and I are going to be honored to host what we think is the first iftar at the governor's residence for our neighbors to come and see this. So I welcome you here. I wish you the best and insights that come out of this, knowing that our team is here to learn and to implement this, that one Minnesota doesn't mean we're all the same, but it means that we share a common humanity, we share common values, and that when we come together as one community to ensure peace and prosperity for all of us, we are better for that. So I thank you all for being here. I thank you for the leadership that's shown in this room and the commitment that Minnesota is only beginning, and we can be the ones who show the world just exactly what it looks like to exist in peace together to make prosperous communities. So I thank you all.
Thank you, Governor. President Ginny Arthur. I forgot to mention a little story. So